What's up? Kurter85 here, and we're here with a probably gonna be a longer video, but I'm here with my Blu-rays, and we're gonna do a tour of all my Blu-rays because, sorry, that was ugly, because I very much like collecting them, and right now I think I'm at kind of like a good stopping place, so I thought I'd just say what I have so far. I don't really know what else to say. I'll just go ahead and start. So this is House. This is Best for First. This is my all-time favorite movie ever. It's a Japanese film from the 70s. And it's just like, look at the box art. It's one of the most colorful movies I've ever seen. It's so like, it's so innovative, like it's so fun with its editing and its ideas. Like a lot of them were from the director's kids, like nightmares. And the editing is like, it looks bad, but it's like on purpose. Like it's like a way to make it look cool. I don't know, it's like a very stylized movie, but it's just my favorite of all time. I think I've seen it 8 times. And I've never gotten tired of it. So, big recommend on this one if you're into like super weird movies, because this one's my favorite of ever. I think I have a t-shirt. I have a t-shirt over there, and the poster's over there. Right. This one right here. It's a different poster than this one, but yeah. Alright. Sorry. Gotta find a good way to put these. This is Rock and Roll High School. Very fun movie. I saw this for the first time at a midnight screening of the movie. So it was midnight when it started, and that is the ideal way to watch this movie. It's super weird and like quirky, I guess. Like, I don't like to use the word quirky a lot, but it's a good use of the word. This is like a steel back, by the way. It's pretty cool. It's just like, I haven't seen it in a while, but I did get this because of how much I loved it. It was just such a weird movie that was super fun. I remember there was like a 10-minute like music sequence in this movie that was really funny. How it just like cut. Look at this box art. So, yeah. I mean, most of these are going to be recommends, but, you know, I'm just saying y'all should watch most of these. I'm trying to see if I should go all the way down, because I want to end with, like, these right here. So I'll go down like this. Got Hereditary. I mean, what do I need to say about Hereditary? Everybody's seen it. It's, terrifying, but really well made and really cool. Ari Aster's best movie, in my opinion. I thought Beau Was Afraid was really good, and I thought Midsummer was not that good. But this is his masterpiece. I think Toni Collette obviously gives an all-timer. It's really sad that she wasn't nominated, but, you know, a horror movie getting nominated is very rare, very unlikely. Even Alex Wolff could have gotten nominated. Would have been good. We got La La Land. This one I ordered because it was $5 on Amazon. I am not necessarily crazy about La La Land. It's not something that's like, that changed my life like it did a lot of people. I don't know. The tone of it feels very like, it has a whimsical tone. It has a good tone, but it's just, it's not really anything I have anything to say about. I think great music, great dance sequences, but, you know, it's not my favorite musical even. I like Rock and Roll High School better, and that's a musical. The Shining. These are a lot of popular movies right here. But this one is, I mean, it's iconic. Look at that face. Look at Jack. It's like a obviously I don't support everything that was done on the set of this movie, but oh come on, Shelley Duvall, she completely kills it. And again, yeah, I don't support the ways that she got there, but it ends up being amazing, and it really does like deserve to be a classic. I mean, it's The Shining. It's so good. And I love how many different ways there are to like interpret it. I love the fandom that it's created. Like, I've skimmed the surface of the Shining like ideas. There's so many different theories and cool things. It's just one that I'm gonna rewatch so many times. The Witch. This movie's really good. I really like this movie. I'm realizing it's a lot of horror movies, but that's because I love horror movies. Robert Eggers' killer first movie. I will say I'm more partial to The Lighthouse, I think. But this one is just killer. Anya Taylor-Joy is amazing. The language that was used is amazing. I've heard people, there was a thing where they got period, like people, like historians who study this exact time period, like the 1500s. Come on. 1600s. And they said that this is one of the most accurate movies that they've ever seen. And I just think that's so impressive. Robert Eggers' attention to detail is really cool to me, and it's inspiring. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Sorry if I said that wrong. Guys, I haven't seen this. I own it. I still have not seen it. And it's really a crime. And I'm reminded that I have it, but I really need to watch it. I love Studio Ghibli. I think this is... yeah, this is the only Studio Ghibli I own. I've seen a ton of other Studio Ghibli, just not this one. And I bought it with the intention of watching it. I just never got around to it. I think there's a few like that. I'm gonna actually go ahead and get this one out of the way. My friend gave me this, and I still haven't watched it. Bella. Not Studio Ghibli at all. Obviously, it's like a different art style. Should I watch this? Does anybody like this? I bet somebody likes it. Bodies. Where's the poster for that? In my room. That was embarrassing. Wait, there it is. Okay, sorry. This is one of my favorite posters for a movie. And I remember the first time I saw this movie, I thought it was like a masterpiece. Not a masterpiece, but I was like near there. That's why I have a poster of it. And I have since watched it 4 times, and every time it gets a little worse. So I'm taking a break from this movie because it's slowly losing on me. Yeah, I'm not obsessed with it anymore, but Rachel Sennett still gives one of the best horror comedy performances I think I've ever seen. And she's also my celebrity crush, so it works out. And Pete Davidson's pretty good too, surprisingly. And just everybody, we love him. Good movie, but also Baby Girl is coming out, same director. I don't know. Talk to me. Talk to me. I saw this for the first time in Germany. It's whenever I was visiting, or my parents had like a conference over there. They were like, you can come too. And I was like, okay. And so me and my brother went and saw Talk to Me over there. And I really like it. I just think it's a solid movie about like drama and stuff. And I don't know, there's not really too much to say. It's still in the packaging. Because I haven't watched it yet. On Blu-ray, I haven't rewatched it, but I wanted to have it because I knew I would want to rewatch it soon. Pretty scary too. I just really like it. After Sun. Where to start with After Sun? I mean, this is a heartbreaker. Really. Paul Mescal should have won the Oscar. I mean, obviously he didn't, but it really would have been great if he won that Oscar. Just a really patient, great movie about father and son. Daughter, sorry. I mean, I get why a lot of people might not love it. Most people do. But I get why some people didn't, just because of how, like, slow and patient it is with what it's trying to do, but the ending just hits you like a fucking bitch on a fucking mirror. I don't know what that meant, but we've got Megan still in the wrapper. My friend got me this for my birthday, and I don't think they're watching, so they wouldn't be watching. I don't think I've told anybody about this, so I think Megan is a fine movie. I think it's funny that they made it, so I don't know what else to say about Megan. Boom, Pearl and X trilogy. I will not be getting Maxine because that movie sucks ass cheeks and is probably my least favorite movie from the year. But Pearl is phenomenal. I love it. Mia Goth kills it. I mean, she does kill it, but she's amazing in this, and there's nothing that anybody can say that will tell me that she shouldn't deserve an Oscar for this. I love the technicolor of it all. I love the girl power of it all. I think it's a really good movie, and like, I think these two have a really good way of exploring their themes of like aging and the fear of aging. My dog just like woke up. He looks like he's in a daze. It's okay, buddy. This one with Scream Queen Jenna Ortega and star Kid Cudi, Mia Goth, Brittany Snow, all amazing in it. A really good slow burn, I think. I would call this a slow burn. How it just always explodes after one part. Really great kills in that movie. Just overall, just really funny and funny at parts. And again, I think it explores aging really smartly and really cool. So, all right, that is it for that row. These are probably going to be my more artsy fartsy movies. I mean, not really though, I only have a few. This, another movie one of my friends got me. It was kind of like an inside joke for us, because it was like their favorite movie from childhood. And I was like, nobody wants to watch BB's Kids. And then I got it for my birthday. And we watched it. It was just a funny movie. It was more for the joke though. past lives. I actually got this for my birthday, but it's a good thing because I asked for it, I think. It's a really good movie, really good. Again, I get it's like really slow and patient. Very rarely is the most impactful shot in a movie at the beginning, which I thought was cool. But yeah, if you haven't seen Past Lives yet, like, what are you doing? Videodrome. This one is life-changing. I mean, if you haven't, oh my gosh, I forgot how cool the box is for this one. Along with the new Flash. That's what I was just about to say. 2 Blu-rays. A whole booklet of like essays about the movie. But genuinely, one of the most like disturbing movies ever, and David Cronenberg's like magnum opus. Like, that is his best movie by far. And I think, I mean, overall, I think he's an amazing director. I mean, he's right here too. I'll put that next, actually. But I think this is his best movie, and I think it deals with like media and tolerance, like in the craziest. It's so great. Like, this is a wild ride. And if you're into like body horror stuff, check this out, and then check out all of other David Cronenberg movies, because he's really cool and does some really cool things. Like, oh my gosh. Speaking of which, Crash. Talk about a depressing movie. This one is really upsetting, really bleak, and a tough watch. I definitely don't recommend this one at first. It does come with this poster and an essay on the back. I think this one's very divisive because of how polarizing it is and how like bleak and like gray it is, in vibes and in color. I thought it was really good. I really liked it. I think it deals with like the need for like excitement in life, but also the dangers of like taking it too far and how it applies to other things in life. And it also has one of the most hard to watch sex scenes I've ever seen in a movie, involving a car. Guess what? It's a car. It's a movie about cars and people that get horny from car crashes. So if you think that sounds cool, check it out. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. This is a movie from the 70s, like 1970 exactly. Written by Roger Ebert, actually, the film critic. And it's just an amazing satire of Hollywood and all of the above, you know. And there it comes with a booklet that has the face on it and a ton of, you know, essays and stuff about it and background. I would say it's very, it was one of the first NC-17 movies, which is interesting. Even though by today's standards, like, it would probably just be rated R, but I think that's interesting, and yeah, Roger Ebert kind of killed it. It's so absurd too, by the way. It's so crazy. Like, it's just an absurd movie. Challengers. This is a good one. Just a great movie from this year. Probably my favorite Luca Guadagnino, if not Suspiria. But I mean, I don't know. This is just such a killer movie for him. The score makes me want to jump up and go crazy. And just the tennis, the mental tennis, and the tennis metaphor is so good. And all the acting is incredible. And there's got to be a nominee for Zendaya. This is a Criterion Collection movie that I still haven't seen. For free? This is the last one that I haven't seen. One of two, I guess. So, it's The Incredible Shrinking Man from the 50s. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to watch this. It's, it'll have cool effects, I think, for the 50s, and I don't know. I'm excited. But I haven't watched that yet. Climax. Now, I'm mad because I bought this a year ago, and when I bought it, there was no way to watch it online. There was no, it was not on any streaming. It wasn't available for buying, like, online. Like, you couldn't buy it online, like, from Apple. It wasn't on there. So I ordered this Blu-ray and waited 2 weeks for it to get here. And I watched it. I loved it. I mean, and then my local theater did a screening of it. Amazing. I got to see it a second time. And then literally HBO Max bought it. And so now it's on HBO Max. So there's not really a reason for me to have this. I guess it kind of blew up. A lot of people, I think, have seen this, but again, I think it's a masterpiece. I have a review on my letterboxd that I'm proud of, so you can just go read that. I'll put that in the description or whatever. Yeah. What was I gonna say about this? The opening dance sequence is my favorite dance sequence of any movie. And I love High School Musical, so. Alright. We've got our 2 box sets now. This is the Female Prisoner Scorpion collection. These movies are from, sorry, I can't remember. Let's see, where is it? Let's see what year it was made. It doesn't say on here. 1973. And that's the latest one. So this was made at like probably 70, because they were made pretty close together, but I have only seen the first 2. Because these 2 are different directors, and I've also heard that they kind of go off the rails, but I am willing to watch them. But these 2 are really good. I am more partial to the second one, but some really cool box art on here. And it's about a prisoner, female. This one, in prison, trying to escape, and just how she does it. And then the second one is about, I can't remember, I need to rewatch them so bad because I love it, but this one at times falls a little bit too much into like the torture porn kind of aspect, which, you know, it's okay, you know, it doesn't do it as bad as like a lot of movies, but that's why I still really love it, and I think the effects in it are really cool. Like the there's a spinning platform at a part that's so cool, and then this one just amps everything up from the first one times 2. It's just more stylized, more cool, less mean though, and it takes the women in the story like a lot more seriously, and you know, gives them real chance to like fight back for the trauma that they endured in the first one. It has some really cool editing, and it's just super cool and stylized, and I love it. Okay, we're at the end. This is Greg Araki's Teenage Apocalypse trilogy. If you don't know about Greg Araki, let me put you on. He is my favorite filmmaker ever. He makes movies for young people, and he's amazing at it. This is, I'm just gonna unbox it, you know? Can this world really be as sad as it seems? Start narrative here. There's a booklet in here. Amazing. And there's 3 CDs. I'm gonna go over each one. Sorry. I'm gonna get back in there. Okay. So the first one in the trilogy, and by the way, these 3 movies are not, they're loosely connected. They're like about LA kind of, and being a teenager in that time, but they're not like same characters or anything. It's like, it's just the same director, you know? So Totally Fucked Up is the first movie. Totally Fucked Up. This is my least favorite. I think it's 7 out of 10, you know? That's my vibe. I think it's, you know, it's super stylized. It was just the first movie, so not my favorite, and I also do not have a lot of strong opinions on it. I think it's not as, like, concise as it could be, even though it's only 80 minutes, but the next one is The Doom Generation, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in my top 5. It has, what's his name? Rose McGowan in it, and James Duval. James Duval is in all of them. He's kind of the connecting thread too. But Doom Generation is one of the funniest, coolest, most smart depictions of like young hopefulness in America that I've ever seen. Again, if you want to hear like even more thoughts, go look at my letterboxd review. It's another one I'm proud of. I don't plug those a lot. Those are just 2 that I happen to be proud of. Just really impactful to me. The way it's edited and the way it's acted and the over-the-topness, the way swear words are used, I think is really cool. And that, a lot of this applies to Nowhere, the last one. But this was much more about LA and how it is to live in LA. Again, they're all pretty short movies, and I really recommend all of them. Like, please go watch them. They're really funny and cool and hazy and like fast, and like they're like the hyper pop of movies. Like, they're just so fun, and I think it really doesn't get better than them. I think Greg Araki, in his interviews too, seems like one of the most genuine people ever. And I know a college student that like works in movies and like does film programs for certain film centers, and he did one with Gregor, and me and him talk a lot, and we've ranted about these movies for like hours. And one time he had the opportunity to meet with Greg Araki over Zoom and talk about like movies, and sorry, I'm getting tired. talk about movies, and they were discussing like a film program that they were thinking about doing and how to appeal to people. And at one point, he told Greg Araki that I exist, and he was like, I know someone, because Greg Araki was talking about how much he loves Gen Z, and I was like, oh, sorry, god damn it. He was talking about how much he loves Gen Z, and my friend was like, oh yeah, I know someone that's Gen Z that loves your movies, and he just pre-ordered your box set, because I pre-ordered this 6 months before it came out. It was officially released by the Criterion Collection. A shout out them, by the way. And Greg Araki was like, oh my gosh, so he knows of my existence. It's so cool to me. But yeah, these are some of my favorite movies of all time. And that's probably why I spent so much time talking about them, because I just think it's super relatable too. Like, if you are a teenager that experiences like loneliness or something, I don't know, there's a lot of things to relate to. Oh, especially if you're like queer, his movies will mean a lot to you. And I just think he's so talented, and what he does really impacts me, so. But that's my Blu-ray tour. Take this one. That's all I got for you. I really hope y'all liked it, if anybody watched. But yeah, I'll maybe do an update if I get a ton more, but that'll be like in a while, so my channel might be gone by then. But that's it. Bye. Kurter85 out.